Hello everyone. So yesterday we covered a little bit about the concepts, how we can use that for our research purposes. So today I will continue that conversation. So once you are on this website, so you can write down a little bit about your area of interest. For example, if you intend to do a research in the green marketing or the envir- environment size, or maybe any of the sector you can select, any of the sector you can search out. Your research starts here. So for example, I'm putting it like I wanted to know the impact of green marketing, the strategies on consumer behavior. So once you will start writing it down, so it will give you the lot of options in the down there. It will give you a lot of options to select any one of them. If you want to select any of them, you can pick either you can pick any one of them, or you can simply skip all of those options and click uh, click on the arrow. So for example, I just started impact of the green marketing strategies on the consumer behavior. So maybe you can pick, because it gave you a lot of options, so you can pick whatever is you are asking for. For example, this what I wrote over there is similar to what exactly is written over there. So it gave the very good options like, does green marketing affect consumer purchasing decisions? So this is exactly what I wrote it up there in the search bar. So once you will select it, so now it will give you it will give you the data about the research papers, about anything. So it's searching. So you can see that this circle is going on. So that means the papers are being loaded. So we will give it some time. So in the meantime, it will just wait for it for a few seconds, because sometimes the website is busy, or you can say that the server is busy. So that's why it takes a little bit time. Even yesterday was the same case. We applied so many filters, like up to the 9 filters or the 12 filter. We discussed about putting the filters, and then the search, they couldn't load the paper according to our filter activations. So still, so we're getting the same problem. So let me just refresh it. So I will do this one, refresh it. Yes, yes. So now, if that happens to you, so what you can do is, so you can simply refresh it. So either it's an internet problem, or maybe the website server is a little bit time. So that happens with most of the sites on the internet. So here you can see a lot of papers over here, a lot of papers related to the topic. So a lot of papers, and you can also see that this paper was published in 2022 and 184 citations, and same goes 2020 to 93 citation. Lot of, and also you can we yesterday even we discussed that. So we can also cite the papers by clicking it over here. So you can simply copy that and copy the text, and then paste it on your articles or the research topic, wherever you want to cite it on. And you can use the different styles, APA, MLH, kind of all of these styles. So you can do that. And also you can go to the PDF version of the paper as well. So if you want to, and now I will go on the filter, because this is what we were discussing yesterday. And this consensus, they couldn't load up the paper. So I will try to finish it all the option as quickly as possible, because this is going to be the second session on this consensus AI. But it's pretty much, very attractive software for the researcher. So it gives you a lot of options, and also very user friendly, I would say that. So now we can put it like, we need to review the papers that were published in the past 5 years. So it's like, now it will, according to this filter, it will only show the paper that were published between 2021 to 2026. And now, and the journal rank must be Q1, because we need to read out and the cite the quality papers. So you can select either Q1, Q2, or maybe the Q4. So let's assume Q1 and Q2 because I'm just giving it a broader search criteria so that it could load out papers accordingly. And also the citation, for example, if you want it to show up to bring the papers that has a number of citation. For example, I say that the paper should have 10 citation minimum, at least 10 citation, or must be cited more than 10%, 10 times. And then you click on it. And also you can click on it open access as well. So if you want to get the papers only which has the open access, so you get to click on it. Also you know you can set the methodology as well, such as like the study design, sample size, duration, and more. So if you click on this arrow down there, so you can select according to the design should be, the case report or whatever it is, and the sample size should be listen these option, and also the field of studies. And if you are oops, I'm just trying to oops, that's a different thing. But anyway, I will go again. So now you can also set the field of study as well. For example, if you yeah, here it goes. So for example, if your area of research is about the business and you want to read out the papers only for the business side, so you can business, select business, chemistry, computer science, all of the mainstream disciplines are over here. And also if you want to read out the papers, and if you want consensus to bring up the papers that were published in the USA journals based on the USA and all of these countries, you can select the countries as well. So that is, if you are doing the research like the cross sectional research for the diff comparison, or checking the impact or exploring the impact in the different countries, so you can get the paper accordingly. You can select this. So once you will uh, put all of the criteria, and then you can simply apply the filters. And now you see this one is loaded. So that means it has done whatever we had set in the filter. And yesterday in the yesterday's session, so we had the troubles like it was keep loading here, and it wasn't doing exactly what we had set in the filtered side. But anyway, so here you can see that 2022, 2020, so all the 5 years paper citation 96, 17, and because we had set 10, the paper should have 10 or more citations, so it's showing the result accordingly. So you see, so now and now what you can do is to you can read the papers and whatever, the information abstract of it, get the PDF of it and everything, lot of option you can do that. And then now because I'm just giving it instruction such as rewrite this information, because it gave me, because I had put, does green marketing affect consumer purchasing behavior? So it gave yes, green marketing does influence, and yes, 100% possibly makes, and key ways of green marketing effects and all of these informations, and aspect green marketing, all of these the information beside we are getting the papers as well, and also the summary and about exactly what we asked it. And then we can also write it like rewrite this information by writing in text citations in apostrophe. Yes. So so I asked it to rewrite the information, whatever was written up there, rewrite this information, but by writing in text citation in APS style. So, pros, I already have the earlier paper set up in the construct, and user want to already rewrite this paper. No paper found to analyze this query. Yeah, so no paper was found to analyze this query. So this query didn't work at all. So we can also, I can also, no paper was searched according to. So anyway, we try to give it another query like give me summary of each of these papers. Let's see what it says. Once the papers start to be cited, they will appear here. Uh Thinking and loading over here. So you see, because we already activated the filters, like the filters for the specific must be 5 years or must have 10 or more citations and these kind of the thing. The five filter we had set it over here. So this is why for our previous query it didn't work out. So maybe they couldn't get according to the data we provided them for the according to the instruction we provided it. But anyway, so now what I just gave it an instruction to give me a summary of each of these papers. So each summary, you see summaries of each paper. The first paper, green marketing approaches, and this is the summary 45 Pakistani green product shopper vulnerables. And second paper, among 638 young consumer environments. So this is the summary, and the third one paper, fourth one, fifth one, seven, nine. So all of the papers. So it gave us the summary for all of the 20 papers. So this is how you can do a literature review very quickly through Consensus app, and you can give it lot of instructions. So it's just like give uh show me the mythology. Let's say so you can give it the instructions whatever is on your mind and whatever helps you to have the literature review very quickly. And you can also ask it to list down the research gap in each of the paper, or maybe the problem statement, or whatever you wanted to know about all of these papers. So you can simply give it the instructions, so it will show you the results. And you see, five filters, we have applied the five filters. So here it goes. So these are the criteria we had set it over here. Is that 10% more, must be 10 or more citations from 21 to 22. And open access should be open access papers, Q1 and Q2 only journals published and until 2026. So these were the criteria that we had set. So now you see, so it's just like we gave it the instruction to show me the research methodology of each of the papers. So it's now, the methodology and so it's showing the methodology of each of the papers, core method, sample size, citations, and methodology, systematic review, literature review. So it's giving show me the literature, research method, each of the paper does a study quantity, or you can select any options, and you can give it the instruction. For example, does this study imply qualitative or qualitative or the mixed method? So that was one of the options suggested by the consensus.app, this app website. So we picked one, and now it's running through and giving us the options. So do this imply, so whatever, the overall answers. So whether it was these studies were quantitative or the qualitative or the mixed methods. So it's giving us the answer. So this is how you can use it, especially the free version, because once you use the free version, you get 7 days per each email. For example, for each Gmail ID, you get the 7 days. So you can wrap up your literature review and very quickly through the consensus.app. I hopefully, because here you see message type by papers like this paper, and the quantitative method was used, the SEM was used, SQL, and then mix method were used as a methodology, and the quantitative SEM there, the for the analysis, for the data analysis, PLS was used here, the SEM was used, and then SAM was used. So all of the data, all of the data. So whatever you want to, write it down, you simply write it down. So it's not like you are chatting with each of the paper, because we can do it like we chat with each of the paper. But here what we are doing is to chatting with all of these paper. So we loaded it has loaded the papers, and we are giving it the instructions to get us the data whatever we need w- from all of these papers. So that's it. So hopefully this session will be very helpful for you and majorly beneficial for your research assignments or the research papers, or whatever you are doing for the research thing. Hopefully this session will be helpful, and you will be able to use the consensus.app for the research purposes. I hope this tool will be, the artificial intelligence tool will be very beneficial for your studies. And we will, in the next session, we will cover the another tool as well. Thank you very much.